Welcome back, one and all, to another episode of Nintendo Rewind. My name is Cody Christian, and I'm joined by my co-host Chris Becker, and we are rewinding and recapping last week for Nintendo, or at least, actually, we're not rewinding and recapping anything because nothing happened because Nintendo hates us and they don't want to do anything. But I will tell you what we are actually doing. We're going to fast forward just a little bit to this upcoming Friday because Turkey Day, National Turkey Day for the American places, is happening this week on Thursday. And you know what that means? That can only mean one thing, Chris. What could that one thing possibly mean?
Great question. I'm guessing deals. If I had to guess.
Deals! Buy! Sell! It is deals everywhere. Deals at all of your favorite video gaming places. It's Black Friday, the day after, you've thought about how thankful you are that you made it through the last year, that you've gotten some really cool gaming experiences from Nintendo. Maybe you spent some good time with your family. Maybe you watched some afternoon footballs on the TV and cheered on your favorite or least favorite team. But then the very next day, you get to suit up in warrior armor and go out and fight people and then maybe make retailers' lives hell. Who knows? Don't do that, by the way. I'm going to tell you right now, I've worked my fair share of Black Fridays. I'm going to ask you people out there, yes, you, I'm pointing directly at the camera, you people, I'm going to ask you people to be kind to your local retail workers and make sure that they don't hate their lives whenever they have to go into work on a day they don't want to go into. So, but before we dive into any of that nonsense, Chris, how was your last week? How's your day? I know how your day is, actually. Chris is under the weather, everybody. I asked him as soon as I got in here, he was like, how's your day going? He goes, terrible. So,
I didn't say terrible. I said dreadful. Please.
Dreadful. My bad. What was it dreadful. I mistook it for? Bread?
The what?
I don't remember what I mistook it for. Metroid Dreadful. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, my week's been wonderful. Got a doctor's appointment next week, so that's exciting. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. How about you?
My week's been kind of dumb busy. Like really stupid busy. Like last week wasn't. I took a lot of days off from streaming because I'm having to work on something. I think I talked about it last week. I'm having to work on something for Save and Raid, which is a charity event that I'm a part of that I joined the special projects team for to do like a teaser trailer for it, for the event. I've got to have that done by the 15th, and then I didn't get anything done last week on that. I felt terrible because I didn't stream either. So instead, you and I played Fortnite like every night at like 8 p.m. But I ended up taking that time off to do that. And then Saturday I had a big co-op stream that I did with a friend named Commodore Zed, where we kind of did like a kickoff for what we're doing with a tabletop RPG game. It was kind of fun. And then Sunday, I actually streamed on Sunday, which is something I don't normally do, but I streamed Swords of Ditto, Mormo's Curse. But the reason I'm doing that is because next week I'm out of town, and I'm trying to catch up on some stream dates. That way I don't leave the content off the table. I get some stuff done, you know what I mean? And so I did that on Sunday. And then yesterday I played Metaphor ReFantazio. And then today at 11 a.m., which, good Lord, no one should be streaming at that time. I don't know why I Am Tenderly does it every day. But I did a co-op stream with her over on her channel and on mine, where I carried her through Super Mario Bros. Wonder because she's never played it. I'm kidding. She has played it, but she hadn't beaten it yet. So we rolled credits in that game this afternoon, and that was fun. It was cool for her to get to see that. And then now I'm back at it here again doing this tonight. I have so much other stuff planned this upcoming week. And on top of that, Lando, my youngest, a couple weeks ago, my oldest did a stream all on his own. And he did a Minecraft stream. My youngest has wanted to do a stream of his own, but he wants to do it with me, and he wants to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So I'm doing it again, but I've got to plan it before I leave for vacation next week, so it'll probably be Monday afternoon. But it's nonstop streams. So beyond that, I've got a lot of work to do too. So I'm like, I hope I can get it all done. But anyway, that's been, at least I played Nintendo games this past week. What about you?
Yeah. Great question. Did I play Nintendo games this week?
Did you play a Nintendo game? Did you rewind and play a Nintendo game at all?
I played some more Mario and Luigi Brothership. And then I played way too much.
Dance Dance Revolution?
Exactly.
The Mario mix for the Wii?
Actually, for the GameCube.
For the
please.
GameCube. I forgot.
Please get it correct.
I think I played that one on the Wii. That was the thing. I mean, I had the GameCube drive in it, so that's why I was thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to play a rhythm game on the GameCube, it's going to be Donkey Konga, for crying out loud.
Heck yes, as I flex my double set of bongos back there in the background.
Great game.
You know, honestly though, I think Donkey Kong Jungle Beat beats Donkey Konga all day, every day.
You think what?
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat beats Donkey Konga. Oh my gosh, I can't even say it right. Donkey Konga all day, every day.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
You just don't like good games. I'm finding that out about you.
I do. That's why I don't like most of the Mario games. All right. So, in terms of what I played this week, yeah, it was Mario and Luigi. Way too much Black Ops 6. Very odd that I was playing that. I don't know why. The whole time I was playing it, couldn't understand why I was doing it.
I think you were playing it with your niece, weren't you, or something like that?
No, she said she wants to, so I started playing it so I could be prepared, and then we just haven't played it yet. She got knee surgery. Yeah, and then I haven't really played much of anything since Sunday. Yeah. What
a busy life you lead.
Yeah. Well, you know, on Sunday. Yeah, exactly.
You're causing too much chaos on Twitter. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Chaos on Twitter and all those Discord you go and purvey. Chris, do we want to thank the people, or what do you want to do? You have more to say?
I'm done talking. You can go ahead and
I was like, I don't know if he has more. Let's find out. But you know what we do have more of? We have more content available if you do decide to support the show. We do want to thank our generous supporters from NintendoRewind.com. If you want to go to NintendoRewind.com and sign up to support us directly, you can. And it helps us know what we're going to discuss. You get to guide what we're discussing. You can get exclusive videos that won't be uploaded to our YouTube channel sometimes. And you can get merch discounts. Every dollar spent on our merch also helps us continue to produce the show. There's even a tier that only costs $1 a month. And with it, you get a shout out right here on the show. That said, I want to thank our members, Calamity Nolan, Sierra Christian, Shiny Bird, for all their gracious support. We're going to get back to the show, and we're going to dive into these Black Friday deals. So we will catch you right after this place. Well, I kind of set it up. at the beginning of the episode. Oh, I didn't change the main topic music. What is this? Oh, it's Mario Kart 64's winning music. I did that last week because we were talking the Game Awards, and I was like, what better award sound than that? But we kind of set it up at the beginning of the show. We're going to be talking about our favorite deals from all of the retailers that you guys can go and purvey and terrorize on Black Friday itself. And we've tried to do a pretty good job of picking like 3 from each retailer. We've got 2 special picks and then 1 under 50 that we wanted to make sure that we recommended to you. These are like things that we would love, and we think that a lot of gamers would also really like to receive if they haven't had the chance to get them. No, there's a lot of stuff that's out there that's on sale that that I believe at this point in the Nintendo Switch's life, if you haven't gotten it, it's because you had only like a passing interest in getting it. But there are a couple of things on here that I think are unique. So I'm going to kick us off with our first pick and the first set of picks rather, and that is the Amazon, the big box Amazon mails everything to you within 2 days. Or store. It's not even a store you actually have to go into. You can buy this from home, but they have the CRKD Nitro Deck limited edition with carrying case in pretty much every single colorway that's available on here. Atomic Red, Crystal Pink, this beautiful retro mint, but the one that speaks to my soul, is the GameCube version of it, because it has a zero stick drift Hall effect sticks that you can use on this, and on top of that gives it like this nice GameCube retro vibe. Chris, has this been anything that's like been on your list? Because I've wanted one of these, but I don't have one of these, and at 50 I'm thinking about maybe jumping onto it.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I will say it's one of those things where I have another thing to put my like controller. I don't remember what it was. It was like
Satisfy grip.
No, it was like, like those big hunky Joy-Cons that only work when they're like plugged in.
Oh yeah, the Hori split pads.
The Hori split pads. Yeah, I have a pair of them. I think it's based on some game that they put at Nintendo published, and I forget what it was. Nintendo published it. Some sort of, I forget the name of the game, for crying out loud. But yeah, so the
Daemon X Machina.
Yeah, thank you.
I was trying to think of which one it was too, and I was like, wait a second, it's scratching the back of my head, and if I don't say it out loud, it's gonna feel awful.
Yeah, so I have that one, and it's still in the package. I never use it, so I was like, you know what? I've had it for years, haven't used it. 99% of the time I use the Switch now, it's just docked, because I got the Switch OLED, but the Joy-Con, the one on the right, will, like, while I'm holding it, just comes out some.
You're telling me tons of reasons why you should get this then.
But I'm not going to.
I mean, you should.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. There's nothing you should do, only what you want and need to do.
I think I'm just gonna have to kiss that Hori or that CRKD Nitro Deck sponsorship goodbye on this one. You're like, I'm not getting it.
I'm not getting that one. I would get one of those.
There we go.
But yeah, no. It's one of those things that, especially at this late in this Switch's life, I'm like, you know what? I'll just leave it docked and use this Pro controller that probably has drift, and wait until the new Switch comes out.
I don't blame you. I mean, I understand. I don't blame you. And especially if most of your time is spent playing docked, you're not going to utilize something like this. But I can tell you, like, I spend quite a bit of time playing undocked on my Nintendo Switch when I do get the chance to play on my Nintendo Switch if I'm not streaming. And this is one of those things that, like, I have a Satisfy grip, but this is so much more interesting to me. You've got the back buttons that you've got. It's got a really, really nice kickstand. If you're afraid of that stick drift, you don't have to worry about it. Worry no more. Actually, you get these sticks that are the Hall effect, and on top of that, it comes with a nice carrying case. Let's see. Oh no, it's so loud. Stop it. But it comes with a carrying case that you can actually plop the whole Nintendo Switch and the Nitro Deck into. So it's been on my list of things that I've thought about maybe snagging, and maybe you guys should think about it too, but not Chris. Chris isn't getting it. He refuses. And if we get sponsored, I'm never sending him one. I'm gonna be like,
they
nope.
want to send me one.
Send it to me. Send it to me. Don't send it to Chris. He hates you. Oh man. But
Tell 'em what you want.
Yep, there we go. Tell him what you want. Tell him what you want. But we also have on my list of Amazon picks the SanDisk 1.5 terabyte Ultra Micro SD XC UHS 1 memory card with adapter up to 150 megabytes per second. C10 Class 10. That's what the C stands for. U1. I don't know what the U stands for. Full HD A1 micro SD card. And I don't understand why there's so much more. SDS QAC QUAC 1T50GN 6MA new version.
Yeah.
But you can snag this. It is 19% off, which honestly for 1.5 terabytes under $90 in micro SD card format to expand your Nintendo Switch's memory, because if you have as many digital games as Chris does, it is definitely something that is probably on your list, so that way you don't have to continue to uninstall games. And they've got several of these that are on sale here as well. The 1 terabyte, 6% off. The one that is honestly like the deepest discount is the 128 gig model of it. With it being 37% off for $11.99, which isn't bad, but the one that really caught my eye is the 1.5 terabyte, because we are coming up on the end of Nintendo Switch's life cycle, and I've got a lot of games that I need to fit on this Nintendo Switch at this point. And the good news is 9 times out of 10, this SD card is going to work in the successor to the Nintendo Switch as well, so it can just migrate its way on over and get formatted and then have to apply everything again. So, Chris, what kind of SD card do you have in your system?
I have a SanDisk.
SanDisk.
SanDisk. Yeah, I got that SanDisk.
Without members.
1 terabyte. So
and is
I have
it
that
enough?
on there.
Is it enough?
And no, it's full, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think right now I have like something like 900 Switch games that are available to re-download if I like look at my account history on the Switch right now, like over like 900 that aren't downloaded yet. So I got a couple. And yeah, it filled to the brim. So any more space than that would be great, because that 1.5 is cheaper, I think, than the price of the 1 terabyte that I got.
I would say most likely. I mean, I don't even have a 1 terabyte in mine. I think the size that I have in both of mine is the 512 gig, and it's nowhere near enough space for everything that I've got. So it would be nice to be able to consolidate and not have to split it across like 2 SD cards to be able to have the storage that I need. But I mean, the 1 terabyte, honestly, is not even worth it to snag it, because the 1 terabyte regular new is $84.99, but the sale price is $79.99. For an additional like $9, you can get an additional half a terabyte that you can throw into there. So
yeah,
100% worth jumping up to the 1.5 terabyte. That being said, I've got my final pick, and this is my under 50 pick. I wanted to make sure we had a good split of some unique stuff that we really wanted to highlight and share with you, and then some cheaper stuff that we wanted to make sure that we told you guys about. And that is the USB-C hub, USB-C to HDMI adapter docking station for Nintendo Switch, Switch OLED, MacBook, iPad, iPhone, Android phone, laptop, 4-in-1 port, portable multi-port, TV adapter, Samsung DeX electronic accessories. Oh my God, that's a mouthful. But the thing that's really cool about this is that it functions as a portable dock with charging pass-through for $15.39, normally $22. So even like regularly, still well under $50, under $25, but it is a very cool solution to people who want to have their Switch on the go. A lot of people talk about like there's a Genki product that is available. I'm trying to think of what that one is called. Do you know what that one is called? The portable dock that they have that's like a plug-in.
For what, the GameCube?
No, not the GameCube. The brand is Genki. Genki. I can't remember what that's called.
The name of it.
But it's like it's still like $40 for that portable dock, brand new. Now I don't know if that one's on sale. I didn't see it on sale anywhere, but this one in particular is definitely a good solution for people who are looking for something that they can take on the go, especially if they travel a lot and don't want to take their full dock around with them. It is one of those things that I would still very much recommend. I don't know. Do you have a portable dock option, Chris?
I do not. No, I don't.
Somebody's gonna have to fix that for you.
Somebody's gonna have to fix it
For $15. It could be a solution that you haven't had in a while.
That's true. It would be there. People could get it out there.
They could.
But yeah, no, I do not.
Okay. Well, with that being said, welcome in JJJ Squad over on the YouTube chat. And hello there, Zed and Sierra Christian. Welcome in, guys. Let's go to your set of picks that you have from your first retailer. And you tell the people about it. Tell us why we should get it and what it's worth.
Great question. I mean, what is anything worth, really? All right, so which one are we doing on
This
first?
is such a dark episode.
I told you, I do not feel well.
We're gonna speed run this. What's your first pick on here?
Oh, which one? The GameStop?
Yeah.
Okay. I got Potion Permit Complete Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Potion Permit is half off for $14.99. It's a physical edition, which, I apologize for having that one there. But in terms of games, you're just, you're whatever you are, the chemist, not the chemist, that just makes you sound like a drug dealer. You go around
the alchemist.
getting the alchemist, that's a great word. You go around and you need to find hunt things in the woods, I guess. You're just out there in the woods living your life. Mm-hmm. Actually, you live in a cabin, but you go out in the woods. You bring your dog with you, but then you got to feed the dog. But anyway, I'm making it sound like I don't like this game. I really don't like it. And you just go, and then every once in a while there'll be some sick person in one of your beds. Not in the bed with you, but you have sort of like the alchemist hospital equivalent, and then it kind of works like Trauma Center. I mean, anytime a game reminds me of Trauma Center, I'm in. So that's what this does. And you go ahead and they'll be like, oh, my elbow hurts, or I woke up with a pain in my stomach, or I've got a lump on my neck. And then you gotta create a potion and then give it to them, heal them up, and send them on their way.
It sounds super cute. I haven't played this one. It wouldn't have been something I normally would have picked up, but I love the pixel art in this one too. I think they did a really good job evoking some of the stuff. Also, Susie.
Sorry, Susie.
Susie's having a hard time here today. So is Chris. Don't worry. I think it's Chris is the reason that Susie's having a hard time here in the chat. So. Oh man, but no, I'm interested in it. I'd pick that up. I'd pick that bad boy up. I think it'd be a good time.
Pick it up, crush me in the frozen section.
Crush me in the frozen section. You do have a pretty dope second pick on here too, though. That I think everybody should play. I almost put it on my list of games out of the Nintendo sale, but I didn't. But what's your second pick here?
The Unicorn Overlord for $29.99, half off. Yeah, that is Unicorn Overlord. It's like one of those okay, listen, there's a lot of talking. I'm not a big fan of talking in games. Which is weird because I talk a lot, but I don't like when I gotta read it. Luckily, this is all voice acted. If you're not sure about this game, there's a 6-hour demo on the eShop. You can go download that and play it. And yeah, the Unicorn Overlord, it's out on pretty much everything, but this is the one I saw, which was $29.99 for the game. I think even on the eShop it's $34.99, something like that.
I did not
And,
realize this was an Atlas game.
Yeah, this is the team. I forget what's that team's name.
I don't know, but they've
all
done like
those other
Aegis 13 Sentinels or whatever. They can't
Yeah,
name a
13
game to save their
13
life.
Sentinels, yeah.
Sega,
great
Atlas.
job, yeah.
Holy cow. Atlas Vanillaware.
Yeah, Vanillaware. That's the ticket.
Impressive. Very cool game. Very much agree that people should probably look at picking this one up. Even digitally, it's going to be on sale too for that $34.19 if you're a GameStop Power Up Pro member, which it's hard to recommend in 2024. And then $23.74 if you're a GameStop Power Up Pro member for the pre-owned price on that. But I'd rather get it.
Well, that was for the digital, or yeah, you can get it for $29.99.
I'd rather get it new. Rather get it new.
Listen, you do you, baby.
All right. You do you. You do you, baby.
You do you, baby.
You do you.
All right, so then the last one was this stupid controller.
Oh wait, you're ready. I wasn't ready. Hang on. Okay, now we're clicking over the stupid controller.
Listen, every time I see it, I want to get it. I haven't gotten it yet, but every time I just look at that, just plucky little Kirby's face on that controller, I think about getting it, but do not pull the trigger. But I think about it every time, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put this on here. I don't even know. Outside of I think one person told me that they enjoyed the controller. I don't know that I would trust that person with anything else, but the fact that I don't like that hand photo. I don't like the hand placement. Yes.
What's wrong with the hand placement?
Look at the hand. Look at the hand. Look at the way the thumbs are contorted. Just don't like it. Just not a good pose. It makes the controller look that much smaller.
Why is it? Okay, I guess they have a matching case that you can get for your Nintendo Switch.
Please, this is not about the case.
Why does it have it on there?
I like the box it comes in.
What is the hole under his mouth? Why does he have a mouth piercing? Oh man, this hole right here. Because you can see it very plain as day on this picture, and even.
I think that's like the indicator to let you know it's turned on.
But they have that on the top too, don't they? Yeah, they do. They have that on the top here.
I don't know. Maybe it squirts water on you. I don't know.
just a Kirby spit. Doing a Kirby spit.
Reset it or something. Yeah.
Honestly, PowerA's done some cool stuff. I have a couple of their Sonic the Hedgehog see-through controllers. I think that was PowerA that did those that had the collectible figurine inside of them. And I thought those were really cool. Calamity Nolan in the live chat. Oh, great buying right now.
Yeah, it squirts with water. Wait, so you're saying there's something inside the controller?
Yeah, they had Sonic the Hedgehog ones that they had like collectible figurines, quote unquote collectible figurines, because they're encased inside of the controller. I have to bring it down sometime. I have the Sonic the Hedgehog one.
Like those. They were like the Kindred eggs or whatever.
Hang on. Now I have to go look this up. Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm already over it.
Nope. We're there now. We're there. No, that's not it either. Hang on. Okay, now I gotta do a search. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm afraid to do this on live. Controller with figurine. Maybe it wasn't PowerA. Green Hill Zone Realms.
You know what?
PDP. It wasn't PowerA. It was PDP.
Please.
It was this, but it has like these little figurines embedded in the controller. Like
that does not look like a figurine in there.
Looks like
just a sticker.
Look at it. Look at it.
Looks like a sticker. No.
You look like a sticker. As a matter of fact, you actually do look like a sticker. There we go. There's a 3D video. It's doing a spin for you, so you can see it. That it's actually really a figure. Oh my god! Crush me in the frozen aisle. I'm being so crushed right now. Oh man, Chris, was that your final pick for?
I hope so. Let me look. Yeah, for GameStop, that's it. All right.
Okay. You know, I'm almost of the mind to just let you keep going and just let you do the full list, but holy cow.
I'll do yours too if you want.
There we go.
All right.
Nolan says he's got that, but with a Pikmin, which sounds absolutely cool too. My next one is actually the main big doorbuster deals that they're doing this year. And they're basically the same thing. Okay, chat, don't roast me. I'm asking you nicely because they're basically the same thing. Luigi Hearts Waluigi. But it is the Nintendo Switch Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundles. Now they come in two separate versions. They have the OLED model, which is $274.99. Okay, $274.99. The regular price for this is $349.99. So that's $75 off of what this is being charged. Now note, the one thing that I'm trying to tell people about this is that this is the cheapest place to get this. Target, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch or if you're buying one for a family member, Target is the cheapest place to get it without having to have a membership. Everywhere else requires a membership, and most of those are only like $50 off still yet. I think GameStop's, if you've got or maybe it was Best Buy's. Chris, you verify that for me. I think that's what you said, right? It was Best Buy?
Best Buy has it.
Yeah, and Best Buy had it for only $50 off if you were part of their Best Buy membership. This, no membership required. You can snag not only the Nintendo Switch OLED model, but also Mario Kart 8 Deluxe full game download, plus a 12-month individual membership of the Nintendo Switch Online membership, which also gets you nothing extra except for Game Boy, NES, and SNES games, as we covered 2 weeks ago on another episode of what the Nintendo Switch Online is about. But if you do decide to upgrade that, I think you can upgrade from that for a cheaper rate. And they prorate the value for that. And you would be able to get the expansion pass version of that, which also nets the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe booster course pass. So maybe an option for you if you want to spend just a little bit of extra money and you still come out cheaper than the OLED regularly costs on its own. But these are heavily discounted. The other thing that I've got on here, like I said, we have that same thing, but in the standard model Nintendo Switch. Again, $75 off, $224.99. And is the cheapest place for you to be able to snag a Nintendo Switch if you don't already have one, which I've said it many times on this show, and I'll say it again. You watch me. I'll say it right now. Why are you watching this show if you don't have a Nintendo Switch? But thank you for being here. Don't click off, please. Don't click off. And then I've got my final under 50 pick. Okay, this is my under 50 pick, and it's a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Okay, this is my favorite controller. I have like 8, 9, 10, 50 of these. I don't actually have 50 of them, and I don't actually have 8 of them, but I do think I have. Hang on, maybe I do have 8 of them, but I have them in all the colorways that they released as a collector, except for the Nintendo Labo one. I don't have that one. That one's rare and hard to find. But the Nintendo Switch Pro controller is $49.99, brand new, straight out of the box. It is regularly $69.99. And you can snag this deal even right now. So 29% off, $20 off. Be able to snag yourself a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Chris, what do you think about those deals? Those are some good screaming deals.
Good screaming deals. When I see those deals, I just go, oh my goodness, I'm just screaming.
I'm screaming about them deals.
I think they're good. The Pro controller, I mean, anytime you can get a Pro controller at a cheaper price, always a good win.
That's like my go-to way to play Nintendo Switch stuff, especially when docked. Because honestly, I do hate the way that Joy-Cons specifically make my hands hurt. And I'm being told in the chat that that's an awful controller, Susie, who hurt you? And it wasn't Nintendo. Somebody else did it, I promise you. I really like that controller. The Pro controller is one of those that, it's got the gyro, it's got the HD rumble, it's got a more ergonomic form factor than the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. It's probably my favorite way to play video games, and honestly, I wish that Xbox or PlayStation would come out with a controller that was similar to that. with the offset sticks and the shape of it, because I even like it better than like the Xbox controller layout too. This has a lot more sharp edges than a Switch Pro controller, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the Pro controller, but I'm being told that the Pro controller hurts their hands more than an Xbox controller by Nolan as well. So, Well,
No
I'm saying
idea.
my praises for the Pro controller. I guess I'm going to take it all back now, Chad.
I like the Pro controller. I mean, it's no Stadia controller, but I still
That
like
is
it.
true. It is no Stadia controller. Oh man,
Yeah.
I've never actually held a Stadia controller. I've just looked at them from afar, longingly, and then they killed Stadia, and then now I don't. You always want what you can't have. So
I'll bring it over.
thank you.
I'll bring you one.
Show
Yeah.
up. Let me see it. I want to touch it.
And then leave. Yeah, I'll show up. You can touch it, and then I'm out.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. I don't
Bye,
have
Chris.
time to stay. Yeah.
What is wrong with you, Chris? Tell the people about Best Buy before we get any more derailed than this show already is.
Great question. All right. So the first one I got for that is Persona 5 Royal Digital Code, which is $14.99, normally $59.99, physically and digitally. So $14.99, I thought that would be a good deal. Of course, the game runs at 30 instead of 60 on current gen consoles, but it's at such a price even my son wants it. My older son, my younger son, we're not going to talk about it, but he but yeah, that is Persona 5 Royal. I know you're playing their next game.
Mm-hmm. Metaphor Refantasio of Shimigami Tensei Vengeance. I think Vengeance came out after Persona 5 Royal, but Metaphor Refantasio is good. But if you don't have the opportunity to play Metaphor and all you have is a Nintendo Switch, Persona 5 Royal will scratch that itch most definitely. It is one of the all-time greats for a reason. And being $14.99, I mean, that is a dang good deal on such an amazing game, especially this one where literally from beginning to end, it's a 120-hour long JRPG that has just like good relationship building elements, amazing story, very cool setting. It has a very addictive gameplay loop for the way its battle system is worked out. And then on top of that, you get all of these things that you can fuse, all of these personas that you can fuse together to get different abilities and different powers. And the possibilities are endless. And honestly, like, your playthrough will most likely not be like my playthrough, at least not for the most part. In terms of the minutia and the details that are there. Overarching story will still be the same, but I enjoyed the heck out of that game and had a really, really good time with it, even on Switch. I played it on PlayStation 4 originally when it first came out, and I waited forever before I even bought it then, because I wanted to play the Royal version on Switch and was keeping my fingers crossed, and then it never came out. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to buy the collector's edition of Persona 5 Royal. So I have the collector's edition for Persona 5 Royal on PlayStation. But I don't know. $14.99 is a dang good price for this amazing JRPG from Atlus. You can kind of I'm starting to see there's a lot of Atlus love coming from Chris tonight between Unicorn Overlord and Persona 5 Royal.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I did not mean for that to happen.
And your next game is Metaphor Refantasio. I'm kidding.
Ba, 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 ba. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble Digital Deluxe Edition, $24.99. I don't really like Monkey Ball games. This is a great endorsement. Listen, I like bananas. As long as they don't got any bruises on them, please. I don't want to deal with that. Okay.
Here's my pick. I hate it.
No, I'm getting there. So, I mean, we can all agree that Monkey Ball peaked on the N-Gage, and I think that's, common knowledge. And the Monkey Ball games, I guess I've enjoyed them. The one thing I don't like is motion controls with them. Don't give me that. Don't, they got me standing on the they got they got me standing on the Wii balance board. I don't want to deal with that either. Monkeys, they're okay, I suppose. I don't know if monkeys are my favorite, but I guess if I had to pick one, I mean, there are no sloths. Sloths, I guess you can't really put a sloth in a ball because it would just be banging around because it can't keep up. But but I will say, yeah, Super Sloth Ball doesn't have the same name ring to it. But anyway, this game here, there's a demo on the eShop. If you're not sure about it, maybe you'll like it just because, just because Cody doesn't mean. Listen.
Chris, please.
Cody, please. Yeah, Super Monkey Ball, Banana Rumble. I enjoyed the demo. I played the demo. I saw a couple of people play it. I know my friend Mel, she played it. She enjoyed it. And if she enjoys it, you know what? Then I'll just go ahead and endorse it. If it's the digital code, so it's like normally $70. $70 has. And yeah, there it is. Super Monkey Ball. I think I have another one. I can't remember.
You don't, but we can kind of segue into a different pick. You did put it on Discord. Hang on one second. Hang on. Yeah, you did. You did. I missed it because you sent another thing right before it, and I wasn't sure. Oh, something went wrong. What? Why is it not finding the page?
Oh, great.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Which game was this? Neighborville. The site is not wanting to do the thing. Oh wait, maybe Best Buy's site's crashed. No. It's just not wanting to find the game. The game that he had picked was Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, and I'm not finding it.
It was $7.99. It is now. It's also $7.99 on the eShop. So when I picked the digital games, I tried to make sure I didn't pick any digital games that were cheaper on the eShop. This is a game that I'm not going to say I don't like it because you're already giving me shit for the beep.
Tiny little beep. Chris, I'm going to be screaming demonetize over on YouTube here in a moment. That's going to be my new censor beep. It's just me screaming demonetize.
Yeah.
Oh man.
If I got you covered if Trip doesn't. So but yeah, so this one here, $7.99. The reason I liked it is because it has gone on sale like this before, and both my boys like playing it, so we got to play it together. Maybe that would be why I liked it. I enjoyed playing this on the Xbox, and then on the Switch. It's enjoyable. Yeah, this is like part of like the Garden Warfare. This was like the latest in that Garden Warfare game, which is kind of like
it's like Overwatch before Overwatch was a thing. It was like a hero shooter.
Hero shooter, yeah.
Because you're picking all of these different plants and all of these different zombies that have these like special powers, and they're unique to each of them. And there's not like any core synergies, and I think that's where it differentiates itself a little bit from Overwatch, where like you do want to have characters that kind of work together in a very good way and kind of make sense for team format, but you can kind of really go in with anything. The thing that I love about the Plants vs. Zombies series just as a whole is its art style and its music. They did a really, really amazing job with the music. I'm being told there absolutely are core synergies, and maybe I just wasn't good enough at it or high elo enough to understand it. So thank you, Nolan. But I love the art style in these games, and for $7.99, absolutely worth it. I think I picked it up digitally for like $12 because I thought that was a good deal about a year and a half ago for the wife and I to play together. And even now, this is like another one of those that's a very good deal to be able to snag a fun little hero shooter.
I'll tell you what, if you're listening to this and you get it, I'll probably play it with you unless I don't like you. So there's a good chance we'll play together.
Yep. Shout out Super Nintendo real quick. You can go just hit him up on all of his socials and say, "Hey, play this with me."
Yeah.
I mean, it's no Disney Speedstorm, but you know.
Yeah, it's no Disney Speedstorm, but what is really?
What truly is? Let's go to my next set of picks here.
Please, it'd be my honor to listen.
Those are some good picks. And I'm going to be doing the Nintendo eShop sales. So Chris actually has one honorary pick he wanted to pull from here that I think is very worthy of being presented to you.
Anytime it gets mentioned, it is a game I do like. You want to talk about that first, or you want to go into your...
It's Balatro.
Balatro.
No, that's not Chris's pick. This was my top pick on here. Mainly because we talked about it a lot last week, and it got my spider senses tingling, but it's 10% off right now. I mean, even at $15, what it regularly is not a bad price, but $13.49, not a deep discount, but a discount on a game that is a 2024 Game Awards nominee. Still don't understand it. It looks like you collect poker cards from booster packs, which is crazy to me. And I think I'm probably going to have to just start playing it. I have Apple Arcade. There's no reason I shouldn't be playing it, so I can talk about it better. But if you don't have Apple Arcade and you have a Nintendo Switch, you can snag this 10% off. Also, one of the biggest games of the year, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, is available for a fairly deep discount of 28% off, which is insane that Nintendo is doing any kind of sale at all on their video games. And just like they rarely put their own stuff on sale. But this it was likely one of my favorite games last year that I genuinely rocked and loved. And would recommend to almost anybody. There are a lot of people who would disagree with me. That's fine. You can be wrong. But I liked Tears of the Kingdom a lot more than Breath of the Wild, in many ways.
Wow. Did Tears of the Kingdom have a Nintendo Switch shirt? I don't think so.
No, it didn't, and I think that is where it falls a little bit short.
Exactly where. And the amiibo from Twilight Princess. The amiibo from Twilight Princess didn't do anything but give you meats in this game, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a lame thing as far as that goes. What the amiibos did, they really killed amiibo. Like Nintendo killed it. They were like, you know what, we're done. Does Tears of the Kingdom have the Game Awards Game of the Year nomination? Because Balatro does. No, it doesn't. It did. It was a winner last year in Best Action Adventure, but it doesn't have it this year. So they should have recommended it again just to be able to shut down the dissenters out there. And then my final pick from the Nintendo eShop, my under 50 pick, is Cuphead and the Delicious Last Course DLC. This is like one of those games where it reminds me a lot of like Contra, Dark Soulsy, Boss Gauntlet, but with some like beautiful artwork, amazing hand-drawn frames that have been done on pretty much every single asset that is in this game. And just has a banging soundtrack. I have this soundtrack on 2 different sets of vinyl. I have the mini disc that was a special gift from Studio MDHR that only went out to retail workers. And it's a mini vinyl. And I've listened to it on my record player. Really loved it. But I also bought the full-sized version of these soundtracks. It's just awesome big band music too. This game oozes charm everywhere, and the DLC in this is not insubstantial. It adds so much to the game. On top of that, a third playable character with Miss Chalice, and she's absolutely broken. And in a lot of ways, like easy mode for this game, which I would recommend if people are a little intimidated by it. You should absolutely play as her. But this one,
28% off at $19.43. You'll be able to snag that. What's your favorite of my 3 that I picked, Chris?
I'm gonna say Cuphead. I like Cuphead. My question to you is there a portable record player where you can just hook headphones to it and then just carry the record around while it's spinning?
That would be sick, but unfortunately, no. Although you can get a CD, it's kind of close to it. You know, you can get a CD player.
Please, we don't have time for a CD.
We don't. We gotta go back. We gotta go back to the past.
Yeah, no. I mean, Balatro, great. Tears of the Kingdom, phenomenal. But then, yeah, Cuphead and that DLC, I mean, especially because for a long time people didn't think it was coming because Microsoft published it on the Xbox. But, I mean, Microsoft will put anything on the Switch nowadays. I mean, they put Donkey Kong Land 1 and 2 on there.
Just you wait till they start doing the "This is an Xbox" ads on the Nintendo Switch's home screen. This is an Xbox.
Right. When they bring like cloud gaming to
Dude, could you imagine?
Switch?
Like legitimately, could you imagine if they brought Game Pass Cloud Gaming over onto the Nintendo Switch and said this is an Xbox with a Nintendo Switch image?
That'd be funny.
You had one honorary pick from the Nintendo eShop gems though, and games, not gems. My apologies. We're not talking about diamonds here, but this one is one of those. Chris, tell the people about this game. Why should they get it, and how cheap is it?
First, I want to say, why doesn't it say already downloaded on your Switch? Second, it is Atomic Crops. It is one of my favorite games. You know, I don't like to eat after 7 o'clock now, but when I did, I would just dive into that depression cheese. But if you're not trying to eat, you know, your feelings, you can always play Atomic Crops because it's great. It is twin stick shooter. That's also a farming game. That's also a tower defense game. That is also a game where you can get married, believe it or not.
So this is Enter the Gungeon meets Stardew.
Yeah. It is good.
Or Exit the Gungeon. Is it Enter or Exit? I can't remember. Which one's the one that is the bullet hell?
Well, both.
I mean, they're both bullet hells, but like, there's one that's like it's 2D, and there's one that's top down, isn't it?
Yeah, the top down is Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to think of.
Exit is the 2D one.
Why do you get married? Did you get married in here? Is there like people you want to romance, Chris? Or does it just force you into marrying the one only other human alive?
No, there's like 2 different options, and then in between each wave, like they'll have like the different waves, and then they have the they'll have the people back at your base, and they have like a built like stuff that you can get if you grow flowers. If you grow flowers, then you gain their affection by giving them some flowers, and then they give you an ability, and then if you do it enough times, then they'll marry you, give you a ring, follow you around, and help like shoot and defend you and the crops. And then wait, can you go down on that page? Because does it have the developer listed now?
Birdbath Games.
Wow. Remember, for the longest time, it wouldn't say the developer.
We literally only had publisher the entire... I mean, up until even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was literally only the publisher, not the developer.
I did not see that they had that. But yeah, that's pretty much what marriage is. And then you can get a special ability that where it says your love knows no bounds, and then you can marry as many people as you want.
Do you have like a helper here? Because I see this rabbit with you a lot in this game.
Where's the rabbit?
Hang on, I'll show you. This rabbit.
No, those are enemies.
This rabbit's an enemy? The one on my screen right now.
Oh no, her? She'll help you out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can marry her.
Oh.
But you do fight a lot of rabbits.
Oh, okay. Because I see her here in a tank, and then I see her down here. Oh no, wait! It does look like she's shooting it.
Those are just bunnies. Mm-hmm. They're like that's the one down on the bottom there. That's a bunny as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got
And
you.
that's a bad guy as well.
Is
Yeah.
that a selling point? Is what Nolan wants to know. Marrying rabbits, is that a selling point?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Bugs Bunny, hello.
If you wanted to be. If you wanted to be. What's up, Doc? But no, I think that's a good pick, especially for $2.99. Holy cow. 80% off over on the old Nintendo Switch eShop. So you'll be able to snag that for a decent price. Now, here's the thing. I know I had Tears of the Kingdom in my list for the games that I had picked. And
that was before you saw my pick.
that was before I saw your pick, because we're gonna talk about your final retailers picks. These are your Walmart picks.
Yeah, we might as well get into them.
Take it away.
Let me open it up. So, Tears of the Kingdom, $30 for the digital version. Normally $69.99. Remember that?
I do.
When they were like, "Hey, we're gonna charge $69.99 for one of our games at least." And that is Tears of the Kingdom. And I was like, you know what, $30, that's a really good deal. I can't pass up not putting that on there. So that is it. I mean, we already talked about it. You talked about it already. Tears of the Kingdom. Yep, good game. I mean, if you don't already have it.
If you have a game voucher, though, you can get Tears of the Kingdom for basically like it's free because you already bought the game voucher. That's girl math right there.
That's not how that works.
It's girl math. Leave me alone. It is $30. That is so much cheaper than my recommendation. Why didn't you tell me?
Also, that is incredibly sexist. All right.
What do you mean?
This saying girl math.
No, it's not sexist. It's sexy.
Okay. Sure.
My wife owns it. She's like, it's girl math. So today, totally off topic and not in the topic of this. Today we were putting together sets for Candyland Christmas photo sessions. Okay. And
Yes.
she pulled out these decorations and she goes, I bought these last year and I forgot that I had them. And because I was sitting there going, oh my God, each of these things is like $7 each. And she was like, no, I bought those last year. So it's like they're basically free this year. That's what she said to me. And then she goes, girl math. That's totally fine. I can say that. It's not sexist. She owned it.
Okay, sure.
My wife says it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Listen, I'm not going to argue with Courtney. But then the next game is
Why is so big?
yeah, so DC Justice League, the Cosmic Chaos. It's kind of like it. Listen, I was skeptical about the look of the game, but I've been told it is good. And from Wicked, if someone plays this game based on this deal and then they say nope, it's not good, we're gonna blame Wicked. I'm never gonna use
It's not Nintendo Rewind's fault.
Yeah,
It's the Wicked Soul's fault.
yeah, this is all Wicked Soul's fault. Okay, but if you enjoy it, you're welcome. But it is $9.97 right now. So I mean,
I've spent $9.97 on things I've enjoyed way less than a video game. Like, it's hard for me to like think about video games that I would be upset about that I spent $10 on.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Not bad. It does kind of strike. When I saw it on the list, I did immediately go, "Are you sure about this one?" Because I thought it was like the DC Power Girls, whatever, blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about? The game I'm talking about is like the Power Girls trio. If it's a bad game, then it retroactively becomes Cody's recommendation. No, I refuse.
That adds up.
I refuse.
Wicked the movie. Oh, I did see Wicked this past weekend. I forget. Did I mention that?
You did, but you didn't actually. You didn't tell everybody else. You told me, but you didn't tell everybody else.
Yeah, I did see that. That was good. And then Pikmin 4, $30. Love Pikmin 4. It's my favorite game in the series. It's hard for me to go back and play 1 and 2. Especially with some of the quality of life things.
We talked about this right before the show. I told you don't like old video games. You've played them, but you don't like them.
Well, just because I don't like playing. You know what? I'm going to play through Pikmin 1 and 2 on stream just to show I do love retro games.
We'll find out. We'll see. I do really, really like Pikmin 1 and 2. Those are my personal favorites out of those. But I haven't spent a whole lot of time with 4 at all. I watched Nolan play it over on his channel. I bought it for Courtney because she likes the Pikmin series.
Courtney.
But I liked Pikmin 3 pretty well, but Pikmin 1 and 2 are my favorites. I'm being told in the chat, though, Pikmin 1 is just a perfect game. So, hey, what about that? Take that, Christopher.
Listen, we're not talking
Cody
about the chat
1,
right now.
Chris 99. Take that.
Yeah, exactly. Please.
It's $30. $30. Go get it.
$30.
If you didn't get it, you should go get it.
$30.
$29.99.
Yeah, and that is, I think that might be the last thing I have on here.
I think that is the last thing that you have on here, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that is the last thing you have on there.
Yeah.
So those are our best deals of Black Friday 2024. If there is something that you're excited about, please let us know. If you see a good sale or a good deal, tweet it at us over on our social media pages. Let us know. Maybe tell us we're wrong about our picks in the comments if you believe that there were better picks to get added. Clearly, there was room for improvement because we had Tears on the Kingdom there twice, and mine was $20 more than Chris's. So,
who's really looking out for you?
Not me, clearly, not me. But you would listen. We split up the retailers, and you found a much better deal than I had. So,
well, yeah, Nintendo needs to step up their game.
They really do. What's going on, Nintendo?
But I will say, on the eShop, there is 3,400 games on sale, so there's bound to be something somebody wants. Yeah,
I'm just gonna pull up their page real quick before we move on.
While you do that, and then if we get to 100 supporters on the channel, in honor of Dancing with the Stars, Cody and I will do a couple of dance moves.
We'll do a jig. We're really close to hitting 100 here on the Twitch page. We're at 99, and we've been at 99 for 3 weeks now. So we'd really like to break into that triple-digit number. So if you know somebody that wants to come follow us, tell them about it. If they like Nintendo news, share the stream. But yeah, I mean, there is so much on here, and I don't want to highlight all the deals, but I mean, even on this landing page with the featured stuff, you've got Hogwarts Legacy, Disney Illusion Island, Yoshi's Crafted World, Cadence of Hyrule, Disney's Epic Mickey Rebrushed, which basically just came out not that long ago. Is on sale. A lot of really, really good classics with Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Dark Souls Remastered, one of my favorite Atlas games, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and Captain Toad's special episode as well. But there is so much that is available for sale that you can pick up and buy for yourself or for a friend for the holidays. By telling them, hey, I'm buying you this. Here's a Nintendo eShop card. Go buy it now because you can't gift games to your friends digitally.
Oh, jeez. Don't remind me. Yeah. And then there is a game that I really enjoy also. It's only $1.99, and that is Inside.
Yes. From the makers of Limbo.
From the makers of Limbo. Play Dead. Yeah. So Inside is $1.99. If you've never played it, don't even look anything up about the game. Just go ahead, play it. And did you ever play this?
I did. I played it not on the Nintendo Switch though. I ended up playing this because it came out on Game Pass, I believe, for a little bit there.
It was like a exclusive on Xbox first, and then it came out a few months later. But yeah, it's a great game.
All-time great ending. I would absolutely agree. I would absolutely agree with you, Nolan. All-time great ending. Just a beautiful puzzle game too. I really like the atmosphere that they did inside. Just a cool, nice, creepy, good time. And it pulled off its aesthetic, I think, a lot better than Limbo did. Limbo was kind of a cult classic and a hit in and of itself, but I like the aesthetic in this game a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Mhm.
after I beat this game, I was like, oh man, that was. I want to tell more people to play this game, so
Mhm.
that's what I'm doing right now.
So the more you know, go play this game. Chris, that does take us to Nintendo Fast Forward. Do you want me to fast forward us, friend?
Give us the old fast forward, would you?
Let's see if it plays whenever I click the button. Normally it doesn't here lately. We're going to find out. It didn't. It played the end of the song and then didn't play the rest of it. So it's frustrating. I need to fix that somehow. I don't know why it doesn't work, but tell the people about the new games coming out, friend.
Yeah, so first we got Anton Blast coming out on Tuesday, the 3rd. It's wild that it's already December.
Mm-hmm.
Jam-packed. Got here before you know it. Before you know it, it'll be December 2025. We'll be talking about our first few months of the Switch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Anton Blast is another, what is it?
Wario Land like.
Yeah, what was it? Wario Land 4 was it?
Mm-hmm.
Or 3? 4.
3 and 4.
Like
they're both very similar.
You like play through the level and then you run back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pizza Tower was also like this. But this one's been in development longer than Pizza Tower, but they just been taking their time getting it how they want it. And yeah, it's finally coming out. Anton Blast coming out next week. There's no price. I couldn't tell how much it was going to be, but there is a demo on there. So if you want to go ahead and play that, download the demo, give it a go. And then we got a couple of NSO games. Trying to pull up the
Donkey Kong Land 1 hit. Donkey Kong Land 1 hit. NSO. Last week, pretty much right after we ended the episode. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it was close. This is no Donkey Kong Country, mind you. This is a nice attempt at porting Donkey Kong Country to the Game Boy. I can tell you playing this on original hardware is misery. Because the colors and the way that the pixel art was, it was just so difficult to tell what was what. But your best bet is to play this on the NSO, because you get a nice backlit screen where you can possibly tell exactly what is going on there. But it is included with your NSO base membership, I do believe, correct?
Yes, the base membership, you can play it. And then I will say, make sure you're reminded to, because, I mean, it's in the grayscale or whatever you call it. But then there is the option to play it with like the Game Boy Color colors.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes the world of difference. But yeah, that was just like one of those things where it was like 8 p.m. and they just posted, it's out now. And then they did the same thing last night with Donkey Kong Land 2, and they were like, hey, out now, go play it. So I don't know if we're gonna get another one on Friday or what. Like, are we gonna get 3 on Friday, or what's gonna happen?
I don't think, did they do Donkey Kong Land 3?
It's a great question.
I don't think they had. Oh yeah, they did have a Donkey Kong Land 3. I never played that one at all. I played the first 2.
Yeah.
They did do a 3. It was released in 1997 for the original Game Boy, and then it had a re-release in Japan for the Game Boy Color in the year 2000, which is so crazy. 24 years ago.
2000. Yeah. But yeah, Donkey Kong Land, and then we got today we've got a couple of more games, which was the I really hope this is not the only expansion pack update, but we got 3 Sega Genesis games. We got Toe Jam and Earl, Panic and Funkotron, Vector Man, and then we got Wolf of the Battlefield Mercs. All 3 Sega Genesis games. This is ToeJam and Earl 2. And then we got, Vector Man. I mean, we still don't have Vector Man 2. I thought for sure they would already have Vector Man in here, but they do not.
Yeah, it's such a Genesis classic. Like, I love Vector Man. Like, it is one of those games that I tell people about all the time for this. But Vector Man is like, it is peak Sega Genesis platforming in my opinion. Like, better than Sonic, better than ToeJam and Earl, better than a lot of games. Vector Man just absolutely amazing. Like, I cannot recommend that enough. Liked it more than Rystar. So I'm going to sing its praises.
More than Comic Zone?
Yeah, more than Comic Zone. Although Comic Zone is pretty dang close. Comic Zone is pretty dang close. It's another one of those good games.
Yeah, Vector Man. Good one. But yeah, I mean, it's a good Genesis update, but I mean, I think I downloaded the update, played a little bit of Vector Man, and I was like, oh yeah, that was fun. Enjoyed that. And that's pretty much it. It's slow going in terms of games that are coming out.
Yep. Slow going in terms of Nintendo news. My fingers are crossed that something happens between now and next week, because otherwise we have nothing to talk about in between our Game of the Year episode, which will be coming up not next week, because I'm going on a vacation. To let everybody know, we will either do a episode where Chris is here either by himself or maybe he brings on a guest, who knows, or the episode will be pre-recorded for Tuesday night, and you'll be able to catch it as a live premiere over on YouTube, and Chris will be streaming it here on this channel live too, and we'll be in the chats because I'll be out of town, so I can't stream it on our regular night to be able to do this, but we want to make sure we have a regular episode. But that's this upcoming week. The following week after that is going to be our Game of the Year episode for Nintendo, where we're going to be awarding one of the games, the 12, 14 games that Nintendo released this past year, with a coveted Rewindy. Last year we did it. It was our inaugural episode. It was the very first episode that we did was the Game of the Year awards for us. And we had the Dr. Kawashimi's is what we gave out from Big Brain Academy, which I thought was super funny. But
by the way, Nintendo Music.
We'll have a couple of different categories, I think, that Chris and I are going to brainstorm on, and then probably put up votes over in the Discord, allowing you guys to vote as well in the Nintendo Rewind channel on a couple of. Oh, it's not going to pop? Okay. Well, let me do this. There we go. You can go join the Discord. It's that bottom link there in the chat, where you'll be able to vote on a few different topics for us to award with Rewindies as audience votes, as well as our own personal picks. So it'll be a good time. I'm very excited for that episode. We should give out the Electroplankties for the indie teams, right? Oh, man. But, Chris, where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me on Super Nintendo, pretty much everything, everywhere. Or I guess you can find me at my home address, which is...
No, I'll disconnect you right now. Don't do it. And you can find me over at nerdwireplays.com. All of my social media garbage is over there. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging with us. Again, please let us know what you end up picking up from Black Friday deals. I'm excited to see you guys get excited and hyped about video games. We'd like to know what you have picked up for yourself or for a friend. Note that you can catch all of our past episodes over on YouTube at youtube.com/@the Nintendo Rewind. Visit our website for all of our social media pages at nintendorewind.com, and consider supporting the show through memberships on our site, where you will get bonus content only available there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you can catch us live weekly, Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Twitch. Remember, please be kind. And rewind. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Toodaloo.
Where's the ending scene? There it is.